have done much more today to get some?
I'm disappointed in the goals from our point of view. You know, it can happen. The second one is, to be honest, they're doing what you're meant to do. They're putting their bodies on the line, they're getting blocks on. It's only the final moment where two of them clash. Other than that, if you look at the defending, Ben Mee gets a great block, Taki comes back in, gets a great block, Wardy comes out to clear it, and they give a tangle of legs. They're actually trying to do the right things. I'm not going to hammer them for that. The first one was a poor goal from our point of view. You know, two blips in a really good game plan. You know, I thought the players delivered what I wanted them to deliver exceptionally well, because I thought we attempted to make the game as awkward as possible. I've said that about playing some of these sides. Arsenal were the same. We want to make it about us, make it awkward, make it tough, press. You know, do all the nuts and bolts of a game that can put people out of kilter. And I thought we'd done that very well today against a top side as well. And we create chances on top of that. So there's not. I'm disappointed in the outcome. Make no mistake, no matter who we're playing, I'm not bothered. You know, wins are what I enjoy. But we went about it the right way, and a massive reaction, a massively different performance from Monday night. And of course, we've got to take that on the road. And to add into that, how it's not a penalty, I'm still scratching my head. I don't know. I don't know where it lives in the Premier League at the moment. People falling all over the place, and players not falling all over the place. People getting hit and bumped, and then you don't get a penalty. How that's not a penalty is bizarre. I was a centre half, and when he's got caught the wrong side, and he's tried to challenge through the back of him. Anyone on the pitch, that's a foul. But c'est la vie.
Terrific goals from Bruno. He's due one of those, didn't he?
That was a good strike, and you know, I thought, you know, yet again, part of the game was put them under as much pressure as we could, put the back four under pressure, put, you know, the legs and energy and almost the force of a team, and I thought we did that really well. Set pieces are a big part of the game, and I thought we delivered really good set pieces generally today, and always made them look a bit uncomfortable with that. You know, and the gulf between the two teams was not on show today, and I think that's, you know, a good step forward for us. You know, because that's part of the journey is to put all the stuff aside. You know, all the things that people talk about, all the finance. We know the financial difference. Everyone knows that, and some of the quality differences at times. But it's a team game, and I was pleased that our team got back to what we're about today. And I still think there's things we can add. I still think there's things we can change. We're lucky with injuries. We would have changed the format later on in the game, but we couldn't, of course, because we only had one left. But generally, it's a big step forward from Monday, that's for sure. Now we've got to learn from that and take it on the way. But even away, it starts with a performance. So all I wanted was Monday was a performance, didn't get it. Starts with a performance. We'll worry about results later, but you have to give a performance first.
We can say to them, Sean, to get that performance, because there was no logic in that, because he was poor Monday night, and yet today, obviously, 10 times better.
Yeah, well, I think they know as well, by the way. You know, footballers generally know, but I've got an extremely honest group here, and we spoke about it on Tuesday, and we do realities here. You know, I told them before the game, I said, these are top class. I think these are top of the top. You know, that top group, what we all talk about, these are right at the top of that, I personally think. We'll yet to be seen over a season, of course. I said, so we accepted that and said, but now what can we do to get something from the game? And then we worked on that. We worked on what we need to do to get something from the game. I was really pleased. I was pleased with the performance. I was pleased with the team performance. We created chances. We made the game more about us than worrying about them, and I'm really, really pleased with that. It's not easy. It's not easy because they are top draw. There's no two ways about it.
How disruptive were the injuries, because they were quite...
Yeah, that didn't help, but I thought the changes actually did very well. I think we've got a good mentality from the bench here. You know, players come on active, they come on to make a difference. I would have liked to have got Andre on today, but obviously we ran out of subs because of the two injuries. I wanted him to go at their two centre-halves and use his sharpness, but we couldn't because of what happened in the first half with the two injuries. But I thought the players saw beyond that and carried on to deliver a good, solid performance.
A special with Paul Robinson, first game in 2.5 years?
Well, to be honest, I think he's different class. I see him in training every day. He's as lean and fit as he's ever been. He's mentally clear on what he needs to do. There's a calmness to him with his years of experience. I mean, he's saving the first half. He's top draw. That's a top draw save from any keeper. Forgetting about age. Age goes out the window when you're performing like that. So it wasn't like a major decision for me, to be honest. And I must give a mention to Nick Pobo. I think he's going to be a real big keeper. You know, I really like. Well, he is big, but he's 6'6", but I think he's going to mature into a really good keeper. And we've been watching him work with these two guys, you know, a little bit older, a little bit more experience, and how he's developing as well. I think there's a real strong clutch of keepers there.
How are Dino and Johan?
Hamstring, so I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's too early to know how that's going to be.
Pep was really complimentary. She sort of feels you do what you do as well as you can do. So.
Well, I think you know, managers, they understand other managers often, not always. I think they understand what we are. You know, he'll have spoke, I would imagine, to Brian Kiddo, I know well, and he'll have said, look, this is what they are, and they maximise what they are. As you know, that's my style of management. If I had their team, we'd work on a completely different game plan. But I haven't got their team, so we work on a game plan that suits my team in order to get results. I don't really worry about what people think of me necessarily. It's about what we can do to achieve things, and I think there's a really clear focus here on that. And I'm not pontificating. That's everyone else can decide whatever they wish, but that's my focus: is getting the team in a position to win games, no matter who you're playing against. And I just think about teams like this, we have to change the whole feel of how we play sometimes, and we did that today, and we did it very, very well.
You played Liverpool and Arsenal here. Do you see City as being more of a threat for the time?
Well, it's a strange one because, you know, you've got to measure your performances, because if you remember the Liverpool one, I thought they were absolutely outstanding, but we beat them 2-0, and that can happen. Today, I thought we made them play awkwardly and not as familiar to themselves. Sometimes it's by chance, sometimes it's by design. Today it was by design, and Liverpool in a different way was by design. Another day, because of their sort of individual quality and their team quality, they can beat your hands down. It's how you can get everything as right as possible. And the only thing wrong with our performance today, I thought, was one of the goals I think is a stuffy one, and a referee's decision. If they would have went our way, I would have been absolutely delighted with my performance of the team today. So, you know, there's no. I don't think you can measure. I think it's measured on a weekly basis is the point. But I'll be amazed if they're not up amongst it, I think.
Have you now got to go and do that performance at Stoke next week? That's the challenge then.
It's not always that easy. It's another challenge, it's a different thing, different build-up, don't forget, in this area. Some of you understand it in this area. Different mentality. We've got to rethink our mentality away from home and rethink what we're about and rethink how we can take maybe different shapes, maybe different formats, maybe different personnel on the road, because obviously definition of madness is always doing what you've always done, expecting a different outcome. So we've got to make sure that we're looking at what we're doing and how we can affect that.
That's to completely rethink the approach away from home then?
Well, not completely. There's certain key core values, if you like, of what we represent from our team, but there might be different personnel, different formats, different ways of expressing that, and we've got to take that on the road with us, quite obviously. We have to do that.
Okay, folks.
Thank you.